This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, everybody, it is 1 minute until the start of the third quarter here from Cadillac High School. You're watching boys basketball here on 26 Sports and CCTV. Traverse City Central jumped out to a 10-3 first quarter lead and really kind of held Cadillac in check until about the last 4 minutes of the first half, when they exploded for 17 points in that last 4-minute stretch. TC Central still maintains a 25-24 lead. The Vikings took all the momentum into the locker room, but TC Central is going to come probably back right now with Jordan Vicent, who picked up two quick ones, and he runs the the TC Central offense. So
yeah. And
that's a tough position to miss out on the floor.
Probably the most important time of the game are these 3 minutes of the third quarter, where Cadillac's either going to establish that, you know what, we're here to stay and that wasn't a fluke, or if they come down off that little high of scoring 17 quick points, it's going to be a fight for them. So getting ready to go. Cadillac down 24-25 to start the second half here on a very important Big North night.
This is Vicent with the ball right there. He's wearing number 21, and he's guarded by Tip Baker. He gets TC into their offense. And you see the shot attempt by Ryan Frost blocked by
Vinny Genema.
Vinny Genema.
Good way for Cadillac to start out.
Nice steal attempt right there by Vicent.
Yeah, that's what he brings to their defensive pressure, is the little quickness on the guards, and I'm sure they want him to get to some shooters. Cadillac made 6 3-pointers in that first half, which that's pretty good for a game for any team.
And only one of those in the first quarter. Keegan Brooks, who has been hot of late, he had a couple dozen, seemed like, of those 3-pointers against Matoski, and he's continued to here late in this game. That's a 2-point attempt right there by number 5, Henry Goldcool. He had a foot or two on the line.
Henry's a 6'6" sophomore, and he looked like a senior right there, nice and easy with that shot.
Brooks takes it to McCrary, who had a lot of block shots in the first half, but he's not able to get that one.
Thought about it.
Usually when you do that, it doesn't go in, but Preston Briggs drains that one. This is Cooper Benson. He kicks it out to Genema on the 3-point line. It looked like Briggs lost where the ball was right there. Genema buries in a 3.
Yeah, good job by Vinny. Vikings up 32-29.
That one's off. And that is going to go out of bounds off of Jacob Kahani. So TC Central will maintain control.
I think Cooper thought a big guy was behind him. He tried to tip it there to Kahani and tipped it right out of bounds.
While we're getting the ball in bounds here for TC Central, we want to thank our presenting sponsor tonight, which is Cadillac Casting, and along with our other sponsors, Cadillac Tire, Assist to Sell, Pizza Plus, and Napa, with their locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids.
Cadillac picks up a foul there, number 21, Vinny Genema. The ref kind of gave him a little continuation on that one, but
Preston Briggs gets the 2-point. And back comes Cadillac. Keegan Brooks up top. This is Benson now. Goes back to Brooks. That 3 is off, but Kahani with a great rebound inside. Genema thought about it, pulled it out. Makes TC play a little longer defense. I like this kind of.
You know, Cadillac's had about 4 offensive rebounds tonight that they might not have scored on the offensive possession, but it forces them, like you say, to play defense, and they really have to work
they kind of got a lot more patient than we saw early on in the game. Nice block right there by Henry Goldcool.
Yeah, Tip forced that three a little bit, and he knows it.
Goldcool comes back to the other end and misses the three. Genema with a strong rebound, and he's going to trot the ball down the floor.
Aiden Raphael coming in the game.
Score is 32-31. Vikings with a slim lead. This is Cooper Benson. He penetrates. That's that jump shot we were talking about. Probably was going to be open a little easier for the Vikings than going into McCrary.
Yep.
Cooper unable to make that one.
Yeah, it's a good look by Cooper, though.
Nice help defense by Jake Kahani. Deflected ball goes right to Kahani, and it looked like Ben McCrary got some hands on that inside, and the ball comes loose to TC.
Yeah, Vinny had him in a tough spot there, and he tried to force it out to, I believe it was Keegan, and turned it over.
Nice turnaround jump shot. Preston Briggs got a nice game going tonight. Backdoor cut is cut off nicely by TC. The ball comes to the top of the key off of a nice pass.
Good pass by Tip Baker.
Tip with a good assist, and Brooks drains. How many threes for him now, Jason?
That's four.
Four in the game?
4 in the game, yep.
We want to mention our camera crew here while we see TC Central get ready for a free throw. Kahani's first foul. Heather Stilson and Gabrielle Long are in the truck tonight. Heather is directing and Gabrielle's on graphics for us. And our camera crew tonight, we've got Katie McLong, we've got Brandon Fry, and taking the court shots for you down on the floor tonight is Wyatt Van Dynen.
Little mix-up in something with the clock or the...
I think with the score. I saw a couple of times during play a point was added, a point was subtracted, and well, I think they're having some discussions about it right now.
Yeah, I believe, and I could get this wrong, but Cadillac was up by 3, and they had the foul plus the bucket, and they ended up giving them the free throw, which did not actually go in.
Right.
So they were taking some time to sort it out.
While we have that going on, Jason, you want to rattle out our sponsors again?
Absolutely.
And then maybe we'll also mention our honorees tonight here for the Hall of Fame.
So our sponsors tonight are Cadillac Castings, Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, Assist to Sell, and Pizza Plus. And once again, our Hall of Fame inductees tonight were Aaron Hodges for track and field, Katie Bergman and Morgan Kelly, both for tennis, Riley Norman for track and field, and our coach inductee was Roger Hopkins.
So they're still straightening that out, everybody. Boy, I tell you what, this game was kind of slow moving. Both teams really struggling to score in the first quarter and throughout the beginnings of the second. But since that point, scoring been happening a lot more. Both teams putting it in.
It has. I mean, Cadillac had 3 points at the end of the first quarter, and right now they're at 35. So it's a heck of a pace.
We think. We'll see what happens when this all gets straightened out. If you're not familiar with how this works, usually you have 3 different scorebooks going on down there. You have the official one, and then each team generally also has their scorebook going, and those members are communicating back and forth, and that's where this discussion is happening right now amongst those players to be. But officially it is the official scorebook that is the final one. They have the final say-so.
I hope they don't come ask us. I missed a couple free throws on our scorebook up here. You know, the thing is, this is a chance where coaches can use it to rest a couple players, get a good rest in. Cadillac's going to check in 3 subs here after the free throws. And, you know, the hard part is they got to go by memory on a couple things, and it doesn't look like Coach Benzenberger's happy. So
looks like one more point was added to the score. That makes it 35-34, and we are going to see Preston Briggs step to the line as he has one free throw coming, I believe, here.
Yep, and that's the referees did a good job of stopping it as soon as they could and try to figure it out, because if it goes too long, they're not going to say, hey, remember back in the third quarter when we thought we had one? They're not going to do it then. So TC looks happy with the decision. Cadillac doesn't, so it's obvious they gave him the point.
So he's actually getting 2 free throws here.
So checking in the game are Aiden Raphael, Kel Mickelson, and Maddox Hoagland.
So Briggs, who unofficially we had for 5 points in the first quarter, if he puts this in and he does not, we have him now for 12 in this quarter.
Kale,
which can't be right because they only have 35, so my math is off. I think he's had all 11 of this quarter for them.
Kale didn't box out there and ends up giving him a couple points here on a free throw.
Goldcool drains the first. That's Henry Goldcool.
Yeah, he's a good-looking sophomore. He's 6'5", and Coach Benzenberger wants Tip to go box out down there now.
Yeah, when he grows into that length of his, gets those shoulders developed a little bit, he's going to be a force. So TC Central with a 1-point lead with 3:30 to go. You're watching high school basketball here on 26 Sports and CCTV. Jason Main up here with me. I am Dan Gessert. As Aiden Raphael has the ball right now for the Vikings. Guarded by Ben McCrary. He's looking inside, looks. Goes right at him and puts it in. That was not easy.
Well, good for Aiden. He's a junior that kind of trying to find his role with this senior-led team, and he actually probably had the 2 biggest buckets or 1 big bucket of the game was the first one.
And certainly with as many block shots as McCrary had the first half, for him as a youngster, we'll call him, to go in there and battle in for that.
Yeah, number 32, Jake Sherwin, checks in the game. He's a 6'6" junior. So Cadillac comes down, and they are up by 1 right now with 2:50 left.
Maddox Hoagland fumbled that a little bit. Saw Raphael cutting and just missed him.
And that's what you got to do when Traverse City overplays them. They got to cut back door to keep them honest, and you don't really have to force it. They will like that.
Preston Briggs with the ball. It is taken away from him by...
Good play by Kale.
It's ahead to Baker. And there is number 32 in there, Jack Sherwin, protecting the net.
It's funny, and maybe as a coach you always are critical with the refs, but they called everything in the first half, and now they let 4 or 5 things go. And that the hard part is that's confusing for the players.
It is.
How do I play?
It is.
Can I hand check him? Can I not?
You see Briggs with another turnaround jumper. He's got that move down pat. Raphael goes to the basket, picks up a foul. Number 32, Jack Sherwin. That is the first team foul here for TC Central in the second half. The Vikings have 3 team fouls. Cooper Benson getting ready to check in here for the Vikings.
This is a quick quarter. Cadillac's hanging right with them. They've scored 13 this quarter, and so has Traverse City has scored 13 also.
That was a 1-point halftime lead for Central, and it still is. And if Aiden drops this in, that'll tie it up. Traverse City Central will be going on the road. They're at home next week, but out of the conference, as Sault Ste. Marie will be coming down to Traverse City. The Vikings also out of conference play next week. We'll be bringing you that one as they host the Manistee Chippewas. You know, even though Keegan Brooks didn't get the steal right there, forced Traverse City's Ryan Frost maybe to go the hole a little bit out of control, and a turnover resulted.
Yep, good help by Aiden. And anytime you can force a team in high school to go left, to use their weekend, it's usually a benefit to the defense.
Maddox Hoagland looks at Cooper Benson. Raphael finds Maddox. He decides not to take that one and picks up a foul. Henry Goldpool, and just as you were talking, Jason, now that one's called.
Yeah.
And that's a good call.
It is, and the hard thing is they just need to decide if they're going to call that or not. But, hey, that's the way it is, so just play hard.
Brooks to inbound it. He is guarded by Vicent. Finds Mickelson in the corner. Takes that one dribble. You never like to see players do that. And as a result, the Vikings turn it over. Yeah, that one dribble in the corner, Jason.
Yeah, that's
Don't
a danger
use it
zone.
Or get out of there.
And Kale's had struggles tonight getting rolling. You know, it's kind of started with his travel down there, but lots of game left, and needs to put that past him.
Hoagland guarding Vicent. Brooks with the block.
Good help side defense there.
Tough pass right there. Probably one that should not have thrown. That's stolen right back by Jared Nefsey of TC Central. Little mix-up on the Viking defense, and as a result, Mickelson gets a foul on a shot attempt by Preston Briggs. Preston's just a junior, but he's having a heck of a game here tonight. 6'5".
So 40 seconds left, and we're tied at 38 right now.
He makes the first. That gives him 4 out of 5 free throws if my stats are right here, Jason. I think I missed a little bit in that first half, but
Tip Baker sets in. He's checking in for Kale.
Briggs gets set for his next one. Drains that one also. Trojans by 2. Here come the Vikings with the ball. Waning moments here in the third quarter. That shot attempt is no good, and here comes TC Central, a 2-point lead with 20 seconds to play.
Yeah, not the best shot attempt going down to end the quarter here. Keegan kind of forced it in there, and
Coach Schuba called the team out, said let's pull it out to half court, get the final shot here. And mix up on defense. They leave Briggs all open. He drains a 3. And he has had a monster third quarter here for TC Central. It is 43-38, the Trojans with the lead, and we'll be right back here with the fourth quarter on 26 Sports and CCTV.